Hello there. Today we're going to make a cross-straw holster for a Guardian, North American Arms Guardian 380. So I've already put a fresh blade in the razor knife. I have traced out, boom, 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 my pattern onto the leather. So let's get this bad boy cut out. Okay, so we got everything cut out. Let's mark where our stitch lines are going to be. Okay, so we got everything cut out. Let's mark where our stitch lines are going to be. This is marking where our glue lines will be. And then I go over them in pen, just so they'll be easier to see once the dye is on. I also put where this is going to sit in relation to the holster, which will be right about here. And then we're going to scribe a line there so we know where our glue is going to be. See, that's right here. It's another way to kind of cheat now. So I take the scribe and I'm actually going underneath, not at the edge. So if you go at the edge, it's going to leave a scratch mark on the edge that you don't want to see. So I'm underneath, just slightly. Now I got that bad boy marked down. I can go over here and go a little deeper. I'm sure you guys probably can't see that. But now what you do is just scratch that all up. Give the glue something to adhere to when we get to that point. Now they make special tools for this kind of thing, but I don't have one. So that's okay. Anyway, now that we know where those lines are going to be, we're going to go ahead and take our edge beveler and we're going to bevel the edges. Now, we know we don't want to bevel here because that's going to sit on top. You want that to sit flat. If you bevel this, there's going to be a lip there and it's never going to sit flush. So you don't want to, you bevel the top after the fact. What we're going to do is bevel these sides here. And then we'll know we can bevel from there up and around the strap and down here at the bottom and this. Now this is the first time I've made this one for the 380. So I don't know exactly how long the strap needs to be. But we can check that right now. Making sure everything's still looking okay. Yeah, clearing the magazine. That's good. Got clearance at the bottom. Clearance from my finger. Yeah, so that's pretty close to the size the strap's going to need to be. Just round off that in there. I won't need to even trim any off of there. So that'll be good. Alright, let's go ahead and get these edges beveled. I don't bevel the one edge of this because I need to know how long it needs to be when it gets wrapped around, just like we did with the top strap. And then the other end is going to sit flush with the edge of the holster, just on the opposite side, so that'll get sanded and finished at the end as well. Here we go. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to wet this bad boy down just with regular water so I can put my maker stamp in it. It's going to go on the back of the strap here. Then we're going to dye this up. Move on to the next step. Okay, so now everything is dyed. And when you weren't looking, I burnished all these edges and coated them with beeswax, and I also put some snaps in here because it's very important. Once you glue this down, you obviously won't be able to put snaps in there unless they go all the way through, and then that defeats the purpose of making that in the beginning because you want that there so no metal is coming in contact with your firearm. So as you saw earlier, all we did was we scratched that up so the glue would adhere to that, and we're going to go ahead and do that now. The strap I will put on after this has been sewed on because it's aggravating trying to get around it. So right now, this is what we're focusing on. A little bit of glue. Just slather that bad boy up. Not a ton. Don't want it leaking and oozing out everywhere. That. do here, remember like I said, I like to start from the middle so we don't get glue squeeze out on the edge. Like so. I'll put this piece on here. And I'm going to clamp that and let it dry. Alright, now the glue's dried. I have sanded this smooth right here at the top. I've cut a groove in for my stitches. Now's the time where we're going to bevel this edge. Remember I said in the beginning we don't bevel this edge, so now is when we can go ahead and do it. Everything is put together. Make sure you don't leave any crazy bumpies. And just like that. I'll flip it over to this side and do the same thing on the other side. Boom. There we go. Now we're going to use this pricking iron here. Poke some holes. Stitch this up, and then we'll glue the belt loop on and do the same thing. Alright, so let me get you up to speed here. Sewed on the reinforcement, put on all the snap hardware, just like so. Sewed up the actual holster itself. Got these edges nice and flush. Now it's looking like a holster, huh? How about that? So next on the list, we are going to wet mold this bad boy. So we got our bucket of warm water here. We'll just go ahead and soak it. There we go. That's perfect. So what I also like to do is get the water out of the snap hardware. Like that. And I like to drop a little bit of this Lucas gun oil in there. Just a little bit. Just to try to keep the rust down. And I'm not squeezing it or nothing. I just put a little drop. Any gun oil work, but you want to make sure you don't get it on the leather itself or anything. So here's our mold. We're gonna squeak that bad boy in there. Hey, like a glove. Just how I like it. Go on the trigger guard there. I don't currently do any kind of extreme detail molds to my holsters, but maybe in the future, who knows. I usually just do the trigger guards. There we go. I mean, that's perfect. Now we're going to put our snap on there. Good job there, fits. And our belt snap, look at there. Everything fits like a glove. While it's still a little wet, I like to get a quick burnish going here. Without hopefully shaking the camera too much. Most of the burnishing is done as it's drying, is when you get the real nice slick, but I like to get everything started while it's nice and soaked. So I'll continue to do that. But other than that, this holster would be considered done. It needs the final, I oil it, neat's foot oil, and then I put Resolene on it, and all that's going to take a few more, probably about 3 more days of drying, especially since it's supposed to be pretty cloudy here in good old Florida for the next few days. But other than that, that's a holster right there. That's a wrap, folks. If few more days it'll be going to its new owner. I'd also like to say something really cool happened while I was making this video. I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, and that's awesome. Hope you guys watching are subscribed. If not, go ahead and subscribe for me. See if we can get to 200. Anyway, hope you liked the video. The link to the website is going to be in the description. This is already on the website, ready to rock and roll. I'll put my email and stuff in there. All my info will be in the description, so you guys have a wonderful day.